coming up with events and activities and ideas, which is bringing commerce. And that's something that wasn't really going on 7 or 8 years ago. This town is very different. It is a very different landscape when I moved back in 16 as today. Occupancy was significantly less. So there's been good work done, but now we just need to sort of manage it. A lot of summer activities are going on for kids and camps. Check them out with art and theater and music and band and all sorts of wonderful things that they're working with the Lapeer Community Schools, Chatfield Schools, and the various nonprofit organizations in the city that make up the fabric of our community. So I'm just thrilled to see so much activity going on. That's all I have.
I also thank you, Dennis, for stepping up and taking over when Mike's like, I'm out. And then here you go, now you're it. On to bigger, brighter things, right? It's always hard to move from one thing that we know to something that we don't. And we've had a serious year of that. There's 6 of us up here at this desk have had a serious year of that. We've done a lot of scary things and we've done a lot of new things. And we are maneuvering along quite well, I think. Rodney, enjoy your weekend. Every second of it. Sometimes you have to stop and take a deep breath, but enjoy every single second of it. It's the most fun you'll ever have. The disc golf thing was amazing. The gentleman from Above Par, Lapeer, showed up when we put out the call for volunteers. Hey, bring your shovels. We're going to dig this stuff up and we're going to do this and we're going to cut down, brush and tree limbs. And Lapeer showed up. The guy was literally floored. How many? He said, I don't know these people. And I said, you told me you wanted volunteers. So I asked for volunteers and Lapeer shows up. That's what we do. We show up for stuff. It doesn't matter what organization puts out a call for anything. Lapeer shows up. We take care of each other, and I love that small town. We can still get people to show up for things. He does this all over the state, and oftentimes there's 3 or 4 of them, and it's the 3 or 4 of them from, they can't get volunteers, but here it was a non-issue, and I love that about here. We did talk about the DDA stuff. We have talked about it and tiptoed around it. Maybe it's time to dig our heels in and look at it a little harder because we seem to talk about it and it goes away for a little while until something else comes up. So maybe it's something to kind of, maybe the DD event application looks different than if you want to use a park for an event or whatever the process needs to be to make everyone happy. We don't want to step on toes. And getting from A to B on Nipissing, you can't park. There's a lot of times during the day and the night and different days of the week and times you can't park on Main Street anyway. But getting through, managing this town around the one-ways, like when I was a teenager, that's what we did. We went around the one-way in the backside of town over and over and over again. I mean, for hours, how many days a week? That's what we did. That was what there was to do. But if you're not familiar with that, maybe not be the easiest to manage from the people I see often going the wrong way on the one-way from Holiday Depot window, at least once a day. It must be hard. So maybe there's something that I think it should be sooner than later, rather than let's wait until next year when somebody's arguing about it again. And that's it. Mr. Patterson.
Mr. McCarthy, my thanks to you and your firm for your service to the city. It's been appreciated. Your advice has been helpful to me. So best of luck in the future. Went out to get my mail today and forgot it was Juneteenth.
Oh.
So happy Juneteenth to everybody. It's an important day. The other thing is we have now gotten through June. It is time to put the youth council back on the agenda. That's all I have.
Mike, do you have anything else to add?
Well, I'm sure there's a joke in this world about the Michigan track